2026, a lot of times the average woman is not dealing with a real man. I know within 10 minutes of speaking with a woman what type of man, caliber of a man they deal with. Because a real man corrects. If they have like standards and they have like, boundaries, when a woman is not speaking correctly, they correct that. And I feel like a lot of men in this generation, they lack that. They're comfortable with women being in their masculine. Yeah. And that's the problem. I'm somebody that if a woman is speaking in a specific vernacular that I perceive as masculine, I'm going to correct them and be like, look, I don't like that you say that. Don't say that. Like, that's not ladylike. Certain girls be talking like twin, this, that, the third. I correct it and then it makes me know the level of men they dealt with. So I know you haven't dealt with a real caliber man that's going to say, look, this is what you say. This is how you talk around me. I'm not accepting the other shit you talking about. I know what you're used to dealing with, but when you talking with me, this is how you talk to me.
If you are a purpose-driven man, listen, women are going to fall out the sky for you. If you are a masculine man, women are going to be throwing themselves at you left and right, north and south, east and west. He's exactly right. King 6'8", he is right. Most women have never dealt with real men, especially in 2026. Especially these new generations. Hell, I would say damn near all of the generation besides boomers and maybe Xers. But overall, women today have never dealt with real men. And what do I mean when I say real men? I'm talking about PFP men. I'm talking about purpose-driven men. I'm talking about men who put their purpose before the punani. I'm talking about men who put the money over the punani, right? I'm talking about men who have standards. I'm talking about men who have a set of rules and boundaries. Most women have never came across those men. So what happens when those same women meet men with standards? What happens when those same women meet women with boundaries? What happens when those same women meet PFP men? You in the gym every single day, 3-4 times out the day, right? You grinding, you working 10, 11-hour shifts, you stacking up money, you got your passport, you traveling. Right? And then she may be fine. Yeah, she may come in your life and it looks good on the surface. But when you get to talking, you notice she started talking a little crazy. She started talking a little like, nah, baby, no, you can't talk to me like that. Right? She started getting a little beside herself. She started thinking that, oh, she's the one that's about to lead this relationship or lead this ordeal. I've met so many women like that. Right? Because they're so used to busters. They're so used to these feminine men out here. I got to call it how I see it. There is a bulk. There is a dang on, what's the word I'm looking for? There is a massive amount of feminine men out here. Men who have no standards, right? They are used to dealing with those men. Don't let these women fool you. The majority of the men that they deal with are not the top 20% of men. I've said this before. The majority of the men that women deal with, yes, your beautiful ones too, even though they deal with more high caliber men on a frequent basis than your sixes and below, right? But don't let them fool you. Most of them are not dealing with the top 20% of men on a frequent basis. They may come across him at the club. He may bring her back, blow her guts out, right? They may date for a meanwhile, right? But then he on to the next one. He on to the new punani. He got tired of it because guess what? He got options. But unless they run into them at bars and clubs or something like that, most women are not dealing with these type of guys, right? The type of guys who can switcheroo them out, right, every time they want to. They're not dealing with these guys. They are dealing with busters. They're dealing with men who have no standards for themselves. They're dealing with men who are get down on their knees and praise them, right? Get down on their knees and praise them. As a matter of fact, I dealt with a woman just like this. And man, she was so goddamn gone fine. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you, right? This chick was battered in a bone, right? She was fine as hell. And she pulled up on me one day, right? Chick, I haven't seen her in a minute, right? I cut her off the first time because I told her, listen, you're not about to talk to me this kind of way. You're not about, you listen, if you're going to deal with me, this is how we're going to go, right? But she still kept popping off, kept on trying to be the masculine one in the ordeal we had set up. And, I eventually cut it off, right? And it just so happened that she pulled up on me at work just randomly, right? She pull up on me at work, and she pull up in a nice little Benzo. She a baddie, so I know she got some other guys, dishing out money for her. I'm not tripping on that. I just want what I want, all right? But she pulled up on me, and I'm talking about bad, fine. She had the heels on, nails done, toes done, right? The bitty sitting up, perky, right? She got a nice little lip gloss on, nice long curly hair. She pulled up on me. She haven't seen me in a minute. And we started talking again, right? She sat down in the car. Look, this is how she tried to get me. She pulled her heels off, right? She pulled her heels off in the car. I was like, hold on, let me get that other one right there. Man, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. Listen, I like pretty feet, right? Listen, I like pretty feet. Yeah, I ain't got no shame. There's no shame in my game. So let me pull that heel off right there. Yeah. Oh, it was a nice pair, too. Nice pair. Got the white on the toes, right? So I pulled that heel off. I'm like, yeah, whoo, yeah, you just got these done, right? I lie to you not. She started talking crazy again. So you gonna pump my gas or what? And I just started laughing. I'm like, girl, you know how I operate, right? You remember the last time, right? Yeah, I remember. I remember the last time. I was like, you're not about to listen. You can't get what you want out of me, right? If I can't get what I want out of you. If I can't get femininity, I don't care how bad you are. She was a solid 8.5. Solid 8.5. Bad, right? And I kept telling her, I was like, listen, you talking too crazy. Like, I know you're used to these other guys, right? I know you're not used to, right, men who have standards. I know you're not used to men who don't let you talk to them any kind of way, because I know you fine. Yeah, you fine as hell, right? I will do some crazy things to you, but I gotta let you go. And I told her that straight to her face. I'm like, listen, baby, like you fine. I told her straight. I was like, you fine as hell, but the way that you talk, me and you just not gonna get along, right? My essence is not gonna put up with it, right? And I told her, like, I gotta let you go, right? I was like, I didn't even get the number. I didn't even get the number because I deleted her number the last time. I was like, we gotta part ways because we just not gonna get along, right? But she was so dang on bad. But that's just an example of me. No matter how good she looks, bro. Listen, I can go and find a million and one of her. That don't matter. I can go and find a million and one of her, right? I don't operate in non-abundance. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't operate in lack, right? I operate in abundance, right? And I operate in abundance because I can flip her, I can switcheroo her out any day. I can get that, right? A lot of guys, the reason why they treat women this way, and when I say treat them like this way, as in, right? Oh, this the only chick I'm gonna get. This the best chick I'm gonna get. This the cutest chick I'm gonna get. The reason why guys think like that because they operate in lack. They don't operate in abundance. You don't operate in abundance. See me, listen, I'm all abundance. I don't give a damn about any of it, right? And was I a little disappointed? I was like, dang, man, that was one for the books. She's so dang on fine, right? But I know a million and one of her is going to come along, right? I have a passport, Ninja. I can go and fly to a whole different population across the world where they're more frequent in abundance, right? I can go to the next city over. I can go to the next country over, right? I'm not in lack, right? There are more of them than it is of me. And what do I mean by of me? I'm talking about purpose-driven men, right? I'm talking about PFP men, right? Purpose, freedom, and power men, right? Who can have a baddie if I want to, who can get a baddie in abundance, right? But even your lower tier women, are operating in this sense, right? Because you have men who are operating in lack, who can't get a baddie to save their life, who can't get a pretty chick to save their life. So if she's just a glimpse of pretty, right? She got a little booty on her, right? If she just a little glimpse of it, sometimes not even a little glimpse of it, she just got a punani between her legs. You ninjas will go all out. You will go all out because that's all you can get. Not because that is all you can get, because that is all your mind is limiting yourself to. But if you open your mind, when you open your mind, guess what? You also open your pockets, right? So yes, you have to give and take. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. It is a steady cycle. So yes, when your pockets open up, guess what? You get more money, but you're also going to spend some money, right? This is a problem of a lot of men, right? When you don't have money, when you don't have resources, and you don't have boundaries and standards, this is what happens, right? Guys so quick to be like, oh, you paying for it. You a simp. You a simp. No, ninja, I'm just pricing your buster ass up out the game. You a simp. You pay for her nails. You pay for her toes. Right? Yes, ninja, because I have a standard. Bitch, you can't be next to me if your nails and toes are not done. You got to be looking a certain kind of way. I don't even want to deal with if your nails and toes, by a bare minimum, is not done. Your nails and toes have to be done. You have to be coming with it because I have standards. I like my women high sedity. I like my women done up. So already see, a lot of guys think that, oh, he handsome, he got it good. He tall, he got it good. He athletic, he got a nice body, he got it good. He this, he on social media, he got it good. But honestly, a lot of y'all don't honestly realize that, yeah, that may be true. However, when that same man has a set of standards, things that he is just not going to compromise on, he doesn't deal with as many women as you think. He doesn't compromise like you think. He can only deal with what he deals with, right? Because, yeah, she can be pretty, like I said, but if she's popping off at the mouth, she's a fighter, or she's a smoker, or this, that, and the third, you're not going to want to deal with that. And that's what happens when you set standards. See, when you don't have standards, when you don't have boundaries, you deal with anything. You put up with anything. That's why so many women, they feel like they can talk to men any kind of way. They feel like they can say whatever, do whatever, because it is you busters who have put a battery in their back. So when they meet a guy like me, when they meet a guy like King 6'8", they don't even know how to, most women do not know how to deal with a high caliber man or a high value man, a highly sought after man. Most women can't deal with it. One, because they don't come across those men like that in the first place. And if they do, they just get bent over and that's it. But truly, most of these women, they can't deal with those kind of men. They can't deal with the options that they have. They can't deal with the discipline. They can't deal with the schedule. They can't deal with any of it. So guess what? Many of these women, they go back down. They go back down to the lower tier. Yes, they go back down to the lower tier because those men are easy to deal with. Those men are easy to get over. You wonder why, like, you ever just been outside lately and you see a baddie with a buster? Yes, this is happening lately. You see a baddie with a buster? Come on now. You just a stepping stone. She using you for emotional support. She using you for emotional support. She don't really like you like that. She really want a ninja like King 6'8". She just waiting to jump off the bandwagon. Or better yet, what I've seen a lot of times is these women will be dead in relationship. They'll be quote unquote committed in a relationship with the guy for years, but they be ready to throw that punani. Why? Because they don't respect you. Listen, quality over quantity. This should be your motto. This should be your motto 2026 and beyond, right? It's not even about having a bunch of chicks, right? It's not about having a bunch of chicks. It is about having an abundance of quality. Because if they're talking to you any kind of way, doing you any kind of way, right, you're compromising on your principles, rules, and regulations and standards, then you're compromising yourself. You're compromising your soul. Because that is not truly what you want. Just because something looks good on the surface doesn't mean that it's internally good for you. Right? So quality, the abundance of quality is what you should be looking for. All 2026 and beyond. Because that is what's going to feed your ego. That's what's going to fuel you. Right? That is what's going to make you want to get out here and go get it. Right? But it's just so sad and unfortunate that so many men, right, they compromise. They're not masculine, right? They don't stand up for themselves. because they don't have anything to give them that backbone. Right? When you got a little change in your pocket, oh, it changes the game. It changes the game. When you're well groomed, and yes, looks do play a part. When you look good as well, but looking good can mean several different things. Not just facial wise, but you can be well groomed, right? Well manicured, right? Well shaved, smell good, your body looks good. Right? The bare minimum, you smell good. You take a shower twice a day. Right? Bare minimum. Most guys are not even doing that. So the reason why a lot of guys put up with this BS from women is because they have low self-esteem. They have low self-esteem. They don't believe in themselves. They operate in lack and not abundance. So what does that create in all of these women? It gives them a free pass to think that they can disrespect whatever man that they come across. So I blame you low tier men. I blame you men who are not PFP, purpose, freedom, and power. I blame you men who are not on your purpose. I blame you men who are fat sloppalopasauruses. I blame you men who worship a six, right? I blame you men who worship women anyway, who put women on a pedestal. I blame you men for how women turned out. Yes, 2026 and beyond, we holding men accountable. I blame you buster duck ass men. I blame you. Because a woman nowadays, for me, at this point in my life, will never be able to do it to me. Because I've built myself up. I've built my mind up. I've traveled. Right? I've established standards. I've established boundaries. Right? I don't worship women. I don't put women on a pedestal. I believe in an abundance of women. No one woman suits me. Not even my woman. Not one woman suits me. I need multiple women, right? Because I live in abundance. I live and breathe abundance. And women know who to play with as well. You'll have some that really will disrespect you, but many women won't even approach a guy like King 6'8" anyway. Because just the way that he is, you can see that he has standards. You can see that he has boundaries. They'll still try to press it, but most women won't even approach you because you already look like something. You're already built like something. You already look like you don't tolerate games. So most women will X themselves out of the game in the first place. And guess what? That leaves an open lane for the quality to come through. The ones who respect it, the women who are also PFP themselves, purpose, freedom, and power women. And that's just a fact. Listen, make America masculine again, right? Get rid of these buster ass ninjas. Listen, the after pill is the ideology. The escape blueprint is the framework. And PFP life is how you should live. Purpose, freedom, and power. Come over and join the Patreon. Come over and join the family. The family is growing. I am forging minds. I am building up minds over there. I am teaching men and women how to build systems so you can be able to live wherever you want to. You don't have to rely on a 9-to-5, which is being dismantled as we see every single day, right? So come over to the Patreon, join the Escape Blueprint so you can learn, so you can build up your mind, so you can build up your self-esteem, so you can build up that confidence that you need to survive in the new world. The link is in the description and pinned to the top of the chat. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
I built a life. I built a family. I worked my hands raw to get here, and I'm not done. This is the Escape Blueprint, PFP Life, a way out of the grind and into control. You'll learn how I stack cash, build systems, and reclaim time so you can live on your own terms. You will watch me maneuver and grind towards the life that I achieve for myself, and you can also do the same. Join the circle, join the Patreon, learn the steps, and protect your freedom. The Escape Blueprint, PFP Life.